Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
Still watching Prime Morning. It's time for the News Flash segment. But on Fridays, you do join us on Zoom, so don't forget to log in right now. My name is Roslyn Felly. A big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise. KMJ is here.
And for your gadgets, make sure you make your way to Franco Trading Enterprise so you can find them in our branches here in Ghana. And of course, those of you out there who look forward to getting, things from us, so don't forget that we're giving you quality. And if it's television, if it's phones, if you're talking about air conditionings, you're talking about fridges, the best place you can always go is Franco Trading Enterprise. Don't forget to call us. Our numbers on your screens. And also do well to download the app. Is the Franco Trading app, our website, www.francotrading.com, and that's where you can also alternatively engage with us. Franco Trading Enterprise says still phones fee, and this morning we're here. The kindest courtesy Franco Trading Enterprise will bring you News Flash.
Yep, as we bring you News Flash, we are also telling you that BMPS is starting next week, Thursday. I'm so excited about it. You have no idea. It's the season 7, and of course, we bring you nothing but the best. Coffee has so much to offer you, so you can't afford to miss season 7 of BMPS. And now the newspapers have a lot they're reporting. What are they reporting?
Absolutely, and we're going to start off with Daily Graphic this morning. It says that free pads for 2 million schoolgirls move to restore dignity, and that's what the president is saying. Now, President John Dramani Mahama has described the National Sanitary Pad Distribution Program as a bold step towards restoring dignity, confidence, and equal opportunity for schoolgirls in the country. And it says, quote, this initiative is more than just the distribution of sanitary pads. It is a clear declaration that no girl in Ghana should miss school because of a menstrual period. Now, he said at the launch of the program in Accra yesterday, and it says, I'm happy we have reached this point where everyone accepted that it is appropriate to invest in national resources to ensure that our girls can go to school without fear of becoming the target of mockery. Matters. You no longer need to give your children cloth or tissue. We will provide them with the proper sanitary pads for all the girls out there. So that's the Daily Graphic reporting on this one.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about it. I know
there was a fight.
Yeah, I was going to say people are playing politics with this. And this initiative was supposed to have started somewhere, I think 2013, 2014.
Oh, boy.
And then there was this whole propaganda about how the blood of the ladies was going to be used for ritual purposes and all of that. Then, all of a sudden, it stopped because of that. Now it's going to be brought back. I'm just asking myself, and I'm asking you at home, are you thinking, for those of you who are objecting to it, are you thinking they're going to give the parts to people who are holding party cards? Like, you have to show your party card before you can benefit from this? Is that what you're thinking? Because how do they go to the schools and tell the children, show your membership card and then we give you pad? Like, you should know that this is for every Ghanaian. One time we call that we want this. The next time when it's coming, we say we don't want it. So what do we want as citizens? What are we looking for? What do we want? Because for me, it's a good call. As a woman, I've heard so many stories of how, the girls living in deprived areas are even sleeping with men so they can get money to afford sanitary pads.
Yep.
That is how bad it is. So somebody at home might not even know, probably you have the privilege, you've been blessed to be able to afford a sanitary pad for yourself or for your child or for somebody. But you don't know how those who don't have it are struggling with it. I know, people who use leaves. I remember having a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a conversation with one girl. And she said, I use leaf. I said, leaf? How do you use leaf? She said, I have to use a leaf. Leaf. I fold the leaf and I put it there so that it will absorb the blood. And so we are hearing of this, and I'm surprised that as a country, we are not happy about it. Some people are not happy about it. Isn't
it
it
doesn't make
surprising?
sense for anybody to say he's not happy about this. That's the most senseless thing anybody would say. I remember vividly the demonstrations that young girls actually had to do because of this whole pad thing. You understand?
Yeah.
For me, I think that it was one of the most lowest point in our lives as a people and as a country. It was totally unacceptable. And so I am happy that the president is taking this bold initiative. And like he said, you do not have any excuse anymore. If you're a parent, you need to ensure that your girl child is going to school.
Yeah.
For me, it's
yeah, because there are some who had to drop out of school because they didn't have money for pad, and so yes, sanitary pads, and so anytime their menses starts flowing, they have to go off school till the menses will stop or the menstruation will stop, and then they go back to school.
And you can imagine how much.
I think as a woman, I'm so passionate about this. It's not funny, and I'm happy. I'm happy that this is going to happen. I am saying that thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for this. And if you do wrong, we will bash you. You have done right, and so we'll congratulate you, and we'll thank you for this. We are hoping that people will also not take advantage of this, and then they'll be using their own ways to make cash outs. You know the cash out thing? We hope that you people will not be cashing out at this point.
No,
but this is.
You should be very serious about this.
Yeah.
This is not a joke. And this whole thing is not a joke. We can't even go back.
No, we can't. Thank you on that.
So
Thank you on that.
Nobody should joke with this. Nobody should joke with this. And we'll be monitoring anyway. So, yeah, that's what it is. Now, Financial Intelligence Center probes Akonta mine in Wontumi, and page 13 has got a story on that as well. Halt suspension of CJ Old Tafo MP tells Supreme Court, and the new sanitation laws required. The Member of Parliament speaks on that. Now we're looking at the back page. It says, patients stranded, consulting rooms empty as doctors continue strike, and shows serious commitment to Galamsey fight Methodist bishop to government. All right, so that's what it is for the Daily Graphic this morning.
All right, so let's do the... I didn't want to do this one, so probably you should do this one first.
The publisher.
Then, yes, I'll do this one as the final newspaper.
Well, the publisher, the Ghanaian publisher this morning is reporting on some issues, and it says MPs propose fund to tackle sanitation, and I've seen them go for this, I don't know whether it's retreats or, the committee has been put together for...
Ghanaians have been calling on, an alternative to Zoom Lion. It looks like the monotony is a bit too much.
Manasseh has been on their neck on Facebook, back to back.
Yeah,
and it's actually warning Basintali and his people not to sign the document, the contract that has been brought to them, the renewal of contract that has been brought to them. In fact, they want them to scrutinize it very well in terms of how much these people have paid. And I think that most of them, even Adam Magbana was tagged on that post as well, and most of them have already responded, and they've assured Manasseh that they will do due diligence to ensure that whatever it's in that contract in terms of what amount of money is given to these people is reviewed, and so they don't end up collecting that, peanuts that has been given to them by Zoom Lion. But let's see how...
What can be done about it? I mean, if they should renew the contract with Zoom Lion, I'm hoping that they can still go on that negotiation table where they can review the amount of money paid these people. Because, listen, as we sit here right now, I don't see Zoom Lion's contract being cancelled. I don't at all.
A lot of people also feel the same way because...
And so let's look at the way forward. How do we get the people to benefit just like Zoom Lion is benefiting, as alluded by Manasseh Azure? So if we are saying that, okay, we want the contract cancelled. However, it's not going to be cancelled. How do we fight for the people? How do we say that we are not going to let you people pay these people 200 and whatever? It's even below the minimum wage, isn't it? So how are we going to say that we are not going to sit down and watch you pay these people this amount of money?
We still have the contract, but then
but it has
to pay better.
Yes. So review the contracts, get them better salaries so that they can live well. I think that is what we should probably focus on, because KMJ, truth be told, I don't think this contract will be cancelled.
Well, some people also feel the same way. I mean, if you read the comments that were under that post, a lot of people believe that, you know, there are certain people who are even on the committee that will not allow this to actually go. Yeah. You understand? And they may come out to justify it, but the sense in this is this. If you're justifying it and whoever that is at the receiving end is making some money that is decent for the kind of job that you're doing, nobody will come against anything in the first place. It is because we feel these people deserve better than you're giving them, and that's why people are actually against it. Because, I mean, people have also said so many things about what Zoom Lion is doing. We've put our sanitation issues in their hands for how many years now? But do we see the way we want to see
I was even going to say that.
That's also another
we were promised Accra to become the cleanest city. Accra hasn't become the cleanest city. We keep getting worse and worse and worse. As we're talking about that,
maybe it's not competitive enough, and it's the reason why maybe they continue to do it. If we have an alternative that will believe that the alternative is superior than what they are doing, or have been able to prove to us that they can do better than what they are doing, maybe the conversation would have been different.
I have always called for the alternative, but like I said, as we sit here, we don't see the alternative yet.
That's the point.
But we have always called for alternative, and you know, when you have one person being too comfortable at what they do, then obviously you see what you see. Because KMJ, listen, there are some places that are so dirty it's not funny. So dirty is not funny.
Yes, that's the corner here.
Yet there are people who have been allocated to those areas to clean. So who is checking them?
Everywhere. There's filth everywhere. Look at the job the bar stop boys do every day.
Why don't you give them that contract? Why don't you even give them that contract?
These guys have done over the period. It's not like, and I feel that it's even shameful for these guys to be doing this job they're doing, and at the end of the day, they'll be asking for money from people on the street. I mean, yes,
you hit the nail right on the head.
It's okay if people want to support them and all of that, but a government will sit and see these people do the kind of job they're doing for Ghana in terms of our sanitation. There's no place they haven't been. They've been to Kumasi, from here to Kumasi. When they went to Kumasi, the kind of job they did over there. So for a government to be sitting down and be looking at these boys and cannot find a way to make these guys like benefits and use that benefit that they are giving them to do the job they are doing, it's sad. It's really sad.
It's really sad.
There's no way these people should go on the street and
we just asked for the alternative, but we do have the alternative, and we haven't just taken a closer look at them. I'm talking about the bar stop boys. You know, these boys are actually doing so well, and if these boys should be given this contract, I think that we'll see
all they need is to recruit more people to do the job.
They will, and they will.
And the way these guys go about what they're doing, you can tell that they understand what it means for somebody to dedicate their lives to be doing the job they're doing. So there's no way they go and ask people to come and join them, and they decide that, oh, we've been given about $2 million US or whatever it is to execute this job, and we say we'll give you peanuts for you to come and struggle with us. No. Do you understand? Not somebody who sits somewhere on a certain level and is only interested in how much comes into their bank account. No. We've gone past that stage. But like they say,
politics, huh?
This is what you feel.
It is what it is. Anyway, you can join us via Zoom. The Zoom ID is on the screen right now, so just join us via Zoom. We are discussing the removal of the CJ. Do you agree with the decision of the president? And then we can talk a bit about, you know, having an alternative for Zoom Lion, because as it stands now, we are not seeing, I don't even want to talk about other places, but Accra
don't go anywhere
hasn't been the cleaner city like we've been promised that it will be. And we've had this company being, I don't even know if I should say, being the rulers of sanitation for God knows how long, probably like the last 20 years they've been doing this. And we haven't seen any improvements. Do you think that the contract should be renewed? I'm talking about Zoom Lion's contract should be renewed, or we should find an alternative? I think the bar stop boys are doing so well, maybe the government should start looking there. But then when it comes to politics, KMT, it becomes a problem.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, that maybe they are waiting for them to go and bring some suits and some this, and then go and lobby.
So the Zoom Lion, so Zoom Lion man has a way of always aligning himself with, the government in power. When Honorable Lindo Klu, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, decided to go out there to talk about sanitation, there was the CEO of Zoom Lion right behind her. And I was asking myself, Bosu, you are behind her. It's fine. But didn't you see all this filth then? Anyway, it's all good.
It's crazy. And I think we're moving forward as a country. We need to be serious about these things. We have to really be serious about these things.
All right. Anyway, Winnie Matthew, good morning. Hello, Matthew. Unmute yourself for us, Matthew.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great. And talk to us. What do you want to talk about this morning?
Yes, I want to thank you and thank KGM. And I want to also plead that I want to bring you to Boku. So we'll give you Queen Mother for Boku.
Okay, we'll be coming to Boku one of these days, okay?
No,
but we hear has peace been restored in Boku, though?
Yes.
Oh, great. We thank God. We thank God for that.
Yeah. I want to make comments about the CJ.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yes. I want to ask, has the president breached any law in the proceedings so far? Well, if you look at everyday noise and so on and so forth, people are making reports, reporting to international communities, and making local noise and those things. So I don't see the essence of it. Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm saying that I don't see the essence of some particular people making noise about the president making his constitutional right. And they can't quote a particular section in the constitution where the president has committed a crime. But they're only making noise. So to me, it's the will of the people. It's not the will of the president.
Right.
So they should allow the will of the president, the will of the people to prevail.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's what I want to appeal.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And greetings to the good people of Boku.
Oh, yeah. One day I'll bring you to Boku.
Thank you so much. All right, have an amazing day.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can also join us and let's talk about it.
Walk to freedom.
There'll be a what?
A long walk to freedom.
Really?
A journey to Boku.
A journey to Boku.
Will be interesting.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
That'll be a long
No, but I think we should do it.
I love it.
I think we should.
No, I mean, I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. I think I like those places, that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. Just that when I go to these places, I'm not able to eat well. Yeah, I'm very, very particular about what I eat, So when I go to those places, I remember that last time that I visited Bolgatanga in my entire life, for a whole week, I couldn't really eat their food. So I was actually living on Fanta, malts and biscuits.
Wow.
Yeah, I lived on that till the...
Wow.
Anything okra and those things.
Oh, you don't eat okra?
No, not at all. Oh. My system doesn't like any.
You can
of
eat
that.
5 eggs.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean...
KMJ can eat 5 eggs.
Yeah.
At a go.
Yeah. Because it's good for me and it's good for my exercise, so we're keeping healthy.
Keep it healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't eat bakwa and all okra and all those things that much. Yeah, so... But it'll be good. Maybe I'll like some few things that I'll eat and then we'll just get there.
Will. All right.
We'll come.
Do you have other stories on it?
Yeah. Police under pressure to stop Galamsey demo. That's another thing coming up right now. And the IGP is already, getting all these things just a few weeks into office. So all of these things are just...
How do you think he's fared so far?
I think there's the timing, you've got one of the biggest issues to deal with, Boku. And for me, it is one way or the other what people are going to use to, determine if you're going to be successful or not. Because the issue of Boku crisis has never been able to get to that point where we feel that there's a particular IGP that has been able to. So it would be very, very, very good on the CV of any IGP that is able to control how the issues at Boko really are. I mean, and for me, I think that the bold step he took was to go there himself, even at the point when his vehicle was shot at and all of that, you know. So it tells you that, yes, the job day ground, we're ready to do it, but it's early days yet. You know, and there are too many other issues that are coming up. The issue of demo and how you're going to be handling some of these things, because we've seen what happened in the past 8 years in terms of how demonstrations have been organized here in this country, how the police actually go about it. So this is going to be like, and I know these demonstrations are going to come up a lot of times.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
A lot of them. So how he goes about it would also make people want to make a decision, you know, in terms of how he's faring and all that. So what I can say is there's a lot ahead of him. The past IGP took a certain, you know, route.
Yeah.
And for him, that was how he wanted the police institution to be looked at. Are you also going to do something different?
Yeah.
Maybe you are going to focus on something else.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work. There's really a lot of work.
It is well with our soul. Hello, good morning. Who do we have? Hello? Hello, is this Naleka? Hello? Unmute yourself for me, please. Naleka. I hope I got your name right. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so we'll be picking Zoomers. Please, when we pick you, kindly unmute yourself for us so that we can have a good conversation, okay? All right, so, okay, other stories?
Yep.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, I hope you're well.
Yes.
How do you pronounce your name?
Naleka.
Naleka. All right, where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Chirapoli.
Oh, that's nice. How are the people of Sherbrooke?
Everyone is doing well.
Right, great. Talk to us.
And I see a good self.
We are fine, very fine.
Good. I think I want to say something to my good people, I mean the MPP, with regards to the suspension of the CJ. I think we are not lawyers, and hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, so we've left you to do the talking for us.
Yes, I think we are not lawyers, but the Constitution is written in just a common English that we can all read and understand. And I think for now, the President of the Republic has not done anything wrong. He has followed the provisions of the Constitution. And what we are all following, we can see that the President is following all due processes. And yesterday, we're happy that the Ghana Bar Association also came out with their statement, and everybody is happy with that. They should allow the law to take its course. And the MPP shouldn't do that for Ghanaians to see that maybe they are fighting for the CJ. I think for now, everything is well. They should allow the process to go on. Let's see what happened after the committee meeting with the CJ. And I think with that, they need to clean up the judiciary system. John is doing well, and we are all praying for him. We wish him well. And with the opposition party, they should hold on. The time will surely come when the party is not doing well, we'll all come out and criticize the NDC again for a better Ghana tomorrow.
All right, thank you
for what is going on. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We are grateful that you joined us. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
So you can also join us and let's have a signing conversation. Let's talk about the removal of the CJ. Do you agree with what the president is doing, or you don't? You think that the CJ should remain at post? Be a part of this conversation this morning, okay?
Yep.
I think we have another Zoomer, so maybe you pick.
We got somebody else?
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning.
Good morning, I hope you're good.
Yeah,
Great. What do you want to say?
I am Ernest from Kumasi.
Okay, we're listening.
I don't like the situation whereby any president comes into office, then he attempt to remove someone from his position. But hey, if there's anyone to voice out against this issue, it shouldn't be a political group. That's the NPP. They are acting as if they were having some secret thing with the CJ. They should leave this to the ordinary Ghanaians, as they call us, because the rate at which they are defending the CJ, I don't know. Were they in bed with the CJ? It leaves speculations. And again, if the president do something untoward, like he frowned the constitution, we will all come out and speak against him. Like what had happened then under Nana Addo. I think Nana Addo even did not, gave Charlotte Osei the opportunity with the petition that was against her. And the president, that's the current president, gave a number of days, even beyond the requested days from the CJ. So I don't support anytime a government changes, then we try to remove someone from his or her office. But the president haven't done anything untoward the constitution. So we should allow the constitution to take its mandate so that peace and transparency will be order of the day. Because like we are saying, if an NPP comes to office and they start having some problem with, or if they get petition to remove a particular person from his or her office, we will see NDC also defending that particular person. Why are we doing this to ourselves as a country? Very, very disappointed in the position that the MPP has taken, because they have let the world seem that they were having something secretly doing with the CJ. That's my opinion. I don't know why they are doing that. They should stop. Even the point that Honorable Asifua has taken is the best way to go. But to have press conferences and other stuff in defending someone who you think you don't have anything doing with him, what is their point now? What's their point now? I'm very disappointed in that political party. And I think they haven't learned any lesson from the defeat that they got from the just recent election. I don't know why they are doing. Instead of them to restructure and regroup the party, and some of us who were so annoyed because of their actions, they are not doing anything to bring us back. I don't know, but okay,
very well. Your point well noted. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning and sharing your thought with us here. We appreciate it. You can also do the same by just going on Zoom and make sure that your place is well lit, and also make sure that you unmute when we put you on. Please, if your television is on, make sure you lower the volume of your television set, and we'll be good. All right? Great. In the absence of any other person, NDCB is angry over Lands Commission job. Page 10 has got a story, the Ghanaian publisher this morning. And also CDM fires Mahama over CJ's suspension. MP files a suit to halt a process. That's the Ghanaian publisher for today. All right, so that'll be all.
All right, so as that is all, so when we spoke about sanitation, some people wanted to have vivid evidence of what we are talking about. And so for Joy News, we actually went to Techiman and we took videos of how the Techiman, is it lorry station or the marketplace, looks like. Just take a look at this video.
Behind the chaos of this vital transport hub lies a crisis festering for months. This is the Techiman Main Lorry Station, a lifeline for commerce in the Bono East regional capital. The traders and drivers here say they are being suffocated not just by the heat, but by neglect.
The whole station is full of filth. Those responsible for the soup here don't see any exercise paying
Now he did not come here to sweep again. He always comes with noise and then pay people to sweep here for us. It is boring. For nearly 6 months, sanitation services here have grounded to a halt. No waste collection, and yet daily tolls are being collected by city authorities. Money is meant to fund the very services these workers say they are being denied.
They have not swept here for 5 months now. We sweep here ourselves, yet we pay taxes to the assembly.
This gentleman here is a driver and has taken it upon himself to sweep almost daily to ensure that the station he referred to as his office is kept tidy.
As a driver, you can't come and sit in the field, although it is the assembly's responsibility to sweep. But until they do it, I will continue to sweep.
The situation, according to these traders, exposes them to several health risks: cholera, malaria, and many more. Against loss of problems such as sicknesses, cholera, malaria, and
it causes sicknesses. Passengers' persistent complaint about the filth here worry us.
The filth invite insects such as houseflies. These houseflies causes many diseases. We are pleading with authorities to come to our aid. The anger here is palpable. Traders say their profits are sinking with the sanitation, and drivers accuse the city of taxation without sanitation. And now they are threatening drastic action.
These are the number of visits to the taxes I have paid. 2 cities each is not a small amount, yet we don't see any improvement. We complained to the city guards, but they told us to go and report to the municipal assembly.
They should let us know if they won't come and sweep here so that we can also stop paying the taxes. These drivers here have issued a 2-week ultimatum: fix this mess or face mass protests and a toll boycott.
We have resolved not to pay taxes to the assembly for the next 2 weeks. We will demonstrate against them. We won't pay taxes here again. We are giving them 2 weeks to resolve it, or we will face them squarely.
This isn't just a fight over trash. It is a battle for dignity. A community fed up with broken promises, now ready to weaponize their economic power.
I have gone to the assembly to report the situation, but they kept forcing me to really give up.
But the big question remains: will those in authority listen? And for the rest of you watching this, what would you do if your workplace looked like this despite paying tolls daily?
Right, so this is Techiman Markets. Can you imagine? And so when people say that the contract of Zoomlion should not be renewed, it's not because they hate Zoomlion, but it's because we are all crying for a better Ghana. And so if one company is not giving us a better Ghana, why is the company still there? They've had the contract for more than 20 years. Why are they still there? If they could, they would. Obviously, they can't. Anyway, KMJ.
All right, that's a Zuma, right? Okay, let's talk to the person. Hello, if you can hear me, good morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, sir, your name?
Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, your name?
Good morning. I'm Stephen.
Okay, Stephen, go ahead.
I support the president to suspend the CJ.
Okay.
Because how can she rule that the birth certificate does not make you a nationality? And we know without birth certificate, you can't do a passport. So I'm really disappointed at that rule. So that is why I really support it, that the president should
suspend her, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's your opinion. You can also share your opinion with us here on the show by simply just getting on Zoom, and you can just tell us what you think about the suspension of the CJ. Now, there's one person on there. What we can see is Infinix. If that's not your name, when you come on, you tell us your name. But if you can hear me, good morning. Hello? Can you unmute the one that is using the Infinix phone? If you can unmute yourself. As if you can hear me.
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name is Suleimana Mohammed.
Okay. And you seem to be zooming from where?
From Bushegu, Northern Region.
Awesome. Awesome. We love you guys. We love you so much.
I want to say good morning. I want to say good morning to your cherished viewers and to you yourself. What is happening in Ghana here is about the reset of Ghana that the John Mahama, His Excellency, promised Ghanaians to do. And the resetting of the Ghana doesn't mean that it's going to be reset by someone apart from we, the individuals. So this is what he has started. He wants to reset, and you know very well that there are some people who are being victimized, who loot the state properties of Ghana, and those people need to be punished. And definitely we are going to drag them to the law court. It isn't that we are going to beat them. We are going to drag them to the law court, and the law court must take it duly processed against them. So this is what we have done, and we are doing it in the interest of good Ghanaians, but not we, the NDC. When you look at it, this is not the first time Chief Justice has been petitioned. So what are they telling us? Are they telling us that they have interest with her? They have something in common doing? So it is high time we Ghanaians, we should look further and stop this politics and politicizing the interests of good people of Ghana. So those things must stop now, and those things, we need to reset Ghana now.
Okay, all right. Right, thank you very much for sharing your thought with us here on the show as well. We appreciate you. You can also do the same by simply getting on Zoom. Don't forget that you need to make sure your place is well lit, and also unmute yourself when we put you on. Now, don't forget, if your television is on, lower the volume of your television and you can talk to us.
Right, let's do the Chronicle newspaper. Minority condemns President's brazen judicial coup. It will be dangerous not to renew Zoom Lions contract, says Parliamentary Committee Chair on Sanitation. I wonder what the danger will be, and I want to read a bit about it because I don't understand where the danger is coming from. We'll be going back on Zoom pretty shortly, but I just want to read a bit about it. It says the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Sanitation and Water Resources, John Otibles, has rejected calls by investigative journalist Manasseh Azure Awuni for the government not to renew Zoom Lion Ghana's contract under the sanitation improvement package. In an open letter to Malik Basintali, Chief Executive Officer of the YEA, Manasseh Awuni, urged him not to sign a new contract with Zoom Lion, alleging that the cleanest deal is just one of them and it stinks to the heavens. However, addressing journalists, after a tour of Zoom Lion's Kumasi compost and recycle plant in Kumasi, Ashanti region on April 24, 2025, Mr. Otibles clearly disagreed with Manasseh, warning that thousands of Ghanaians who are employed by Zoom Lion will lose their jobs if the contract is not renewed. I beg to differ. they can be hired by somebody else who starts the job. Weren't we here when we said we are doing clean? We saw clean-up exercise in banks. We were in Ghana because they said we wanted a better Ghana.
How can we?
These people that you're saying they'll lose their jobs, they are not even receiving their salaries. If somebody else employs them and decides to pay them and pays them better, are
they not still going to be employed?
Are they not still going to be employed? Why don't you just hand them over to the next company? You see where we are now as a country?
That's one of the issues. And it's unfortunate, you know, that anyway, let's Yep.
Yeah.
That's
anyway, Nab, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Nab. How are you?
I'm great. Please hope everything is fine.
We are doing well by God's grace.
Jocelyn and my guy.
KMJ.
Today you're in, eh?
Charlie, I have to, man. I have to.
That's good. And so, where is Asidwa?
Oh, I'm sure you are very much aware that she's got a funeral ahead of her. Asidwa will be putting her dad to rest on 3rd of May. On the 3rd May. So if you're in Kumasi, please do come through, and you know, if you can also move from Accra and come support her, we would appreciate it. All right. So on the 3rd of May.
Even if nothing at all, at least we'll still try and make up to her.
Yeah. The contributions have to come. You know, let's support her. Bury the dad on the 3rd of May. So just reach out to her. I mean, she's on social media. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook. So once you reach out to her, you can
I'll call you so that at least I could have a contact.
I did for you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So let me just rush into this shout outs. First of all, let me say a special greetings to Nwokeke Estaline Chiamaka Paula, aka Lina. She's HR students at Methodist University College. Now Methodist University, Ghana. Okay, so Estaline, stay blessed. And I also want to say special greetings to Abanga Fuseni Yakubu, aka NPP Abanga Obia Bedidi Peche, who is the incoming National Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party. And finally to Commander Prince Obin, who is the Greater Accra Regional Organizer. And we are still maintaining him because we are going to wrestle power 2028 from the NDC, and we'll need such person who has that experience to lead that front. Having said that, let me just go straight to there's this the last Zuma made a comment about the decision of the Supreme Court's justice, that's the Chief Justice, making decision who ruled on the usage of the birth certificate as a form of identification. And so he supports the suspension of the Chief Justice. I think this is bizarre. So is it that they want to cower the judges into submission, that the judges, any judge who rule not in favor of this government, it means that they will be shown the exit? Is that what we are resetting? That now judges do not have or must not have an independent mind to deal with issues that comes to their decks? Is that what they are telling us? This is completely ridiculous at the highest level. Since when? Is it that if a judge makes a ruling, if you're not happy with that, why don't you just proceed to the review? That is review. And rather, you chose to use this this way. And I'm saying that this is very unfortunate. And I can assure whoever that will be made the Chief Justice that if this our current Chief Justice, what's the name, Madam Gertrude Konu, is removed, the same way that if any time MPP comes, we will also make sure that whoever is made whoever is the Chief Justice will also be removed. if we don't stop this and we don't make sure that we don't bring back our own Justice Gertrude Torkornoo, if you want to nail the woman, you should nail her on very solid grounds. These are very wobbly grounds that you want to nail her on. That you, the executive, you can take your spouses, your wife, your spouses to on holidays, and the Chief Justice, who is also the head of one arm of government, she doesn't have that opportunity. Is that what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? So they even promise us that they are going to change the Chief Justice so that they can now get to sack the current EC chair, so that they can be able to manipulate the judiciary system. They promise us, and this is what they are delivering. Instead of you finding lasting solution to the Boko crisis, instead of you finding solution to the Dumso, instead of you finding solution to this unemployment situation, look at this thing that you are doing. Is this what Ghanaians voted for you to come and do? Is that what you promised Ghanaians, that if you come, instead of you tackling the pertinent issues, the pressing issue that is affecting the livelihood of Ghanaians, look at where we are now. That position. I think they have to rethink about that decision, because it will set a very dangerous precedent, and this will left an indelible mark in the hearts and minds of the judges, that if they want to make a ruling and they are not careful, they will be victimized.
All right, thank you so much.
I think it is not good for us.
All right,
it is not good for our democracy.
All right, thank you so much. But what do you think about Zoomlion, though? Do you think their contract should be renewed?
For me, in my humble opinion, I think it has to be abrogated.
Okay.
It's simple, because we Zoomlion, we haven't even seen any kind of improvement in our sanitary condition. Go to Circle. I'm just passing through Circle. Go and see people garbage at the bridge, under the bridge.
All right, Nab.
So we haven't seen anything. If only, I hope we'll get a competent person, a competent company to manage this this field that we see around. But if it is as usual, we are going to give it to cronies and friends and families, then I think, I'm sorry, we are not going anywhere.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Nab, for joining us. Thank you. Fake-Up is also joining us. Hi, Fake-Up.
Hi, Rosa. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Great. Talk to us. Hello, Fake-Up. Talk to us.
Okay, thank you very much. The issue about the CJ is a very interesting one. So, and all of us need to show interest in it. And looking at the whole situation, you will see that even though the due process is being followed, but you can see a political substance in it, and it is not good for our democracy. And I think that the three arms of government should be made to work independently, as we were told in our social studies and others. But what is happening right now is it seems that principle is not being followed. But it's also the right of the president to also follow the due process in removing the CJ. That one, we don't have problem with that. But if you look at it, and that's where the problem is actually is. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, Fake-Up. That's okay, Fake-Up. Please go ahead.
I was saying that the political motive behind it, because we have heard and we have listened to political actors over the time, both in opposition and in government, saying that when we come, the CJ, the first person that will go is the CJ. And it's happening. And I always say that this country, the day we start to speak the truth and say things the way they are, that will be the beginning of the prosperity of this country. So it was very clear from the beginning that if NDC come to power, I'm sitting here, I'm aware that if NDC come to power, they would have removed the CJ, and the next person will be the Electoral Commission. And let's watch it, it will come to power. So if you say some of these things and then you come and you are doing it, you will say there is a due process that is being followed. Yes, the due process is being followed, but what you said in the past and the motive behind it is simply not helping the discussion. And I've seen this process has been the fulfillment of their 120 days promise to their supporters and not to the benefit of Ghana, because the president they are setting is a very dangerous one, and we don't need to follow in that part. So allow the judiciary to operate independently from the executive, and let's see if this country will move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Faker, for joining us. But Faker, before you go, let me ask you, do you think that Zoom Lions contract should be renewed?
Zoom Lions, they are not so visible, and in our communities, we don't see the work they do, really, but we also know their challenges. Sometimes they complain about logistical challenges and other things. Even their personnel are not enough, looking at the work they have to do. But I think that they should look at it. The authorities sitting there, they know the challenges, and then if it is necessary that they renew, they should renew. But I think there should be a massive improvement in the work they do.
All right, Faker. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello.
Right. Pardon?
Morning.
Hi, good morning. You actually entered into the Zoom. Hi, what's your name?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yes, I'm Philip.
Philip, talk to us. What do you want to say?
Yes, concerning the removal of CJ.
Yeah, we are listening.
Concerning the removal of the CJ, you know, as the one who just ended his call said, it is a plan. It is just something that they want to do, and that's what they are doing. And we all know after the Chief Justice who's following this is the EC officer. You understand? But for me, I see it as something that they are trying to do to appease their supporters, because they promised them that when they come, they will remove the CJ, they will remove the IGP, they will remove even the army commanders that they have been sacked. You understand that that's what Sammy Gentry told them, that all those people who were doing that, their job is conterminous with the president, and he said those things. Understand? What I would say is, even the NPP people who are defending, they should just keep quiet, allow the process to go on. If somebody goes to court and the person has not offended or has not committed any crime, I don't think the new CJ will use any kangaroo or any means to, jail the person. If you're a former appointee and you know you have not done anything wrong, why are you afraid of changing of CJ? But the NDC too should be careful, because today the NPP people are crying that you want to change CJ. We don't want any situation that tomorrow when the table turn, and then the NDC people will come and also say, oh, why are you removing this person? Most of the time they use the EC, our Madam Charlotte Osei as an example. But we all know what happened at the Electoral Commission during the Charlotte Osei days. It was the three people like this, the Charlotte Osei herself and her other two deputies. They were fighting among themselves. Some were accusing others as doing illegal transfer. Somebody was also accusing of using their fund, their tier 3 fund, to do unnecessary things. And that's the reason why. That was the reason why they were petitioned and then they were sacked. But if you look at this one, it was like, oh, we said we are going to remove you, so this is the time. And if the president doesn't remove her, we are going to show the NDC where power lines, or that we voted for them. So they should do something that will appease their supporters. It is not fair, and it is not helping our nation. You see, we always say we have 3 arms of government and they are all independent. But looking at these days, that thing doesn't exist. It doesn't work anymore. Let the law work. Let us know that even if you bring your father to be the Supreme Court judge or the Chief Justice, and you don't have good case, you will go and fail. You go to court and you lose. No matter who is the Chief Justice, if you have a good case, you can go to court and win. The same woman was there when our current finance minister case went to court, and he won. They went to court and they won with the same Chief Justice. It tells you if you have a good case.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution this morning. Points well made. We appreciate you. So we actually want to go to the Bono regional correspondent, Anas Sabit, since we showed a video of how Techiman Market looks like as we speak. We want to speak with him and get to know what, since Zoomlion has been trending, has he seen anything with regards to Zoomlion trying to clear the filth that is there? Or we are seeing just, Ghanaian citizens who have taken it upon themselves to do something about it. And so Anas, if Anas is online, hello? Hello, Anas.
Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you today?
I'm here. Very well, I'm good. I trust you are fine too.
We are doing well by God's grace. All right, so Anas, I just want to know, since this video came out, have you heard from Zoomlion about anything with regards to the cleaning up of the filth?
Yes, I have been to the Metropolitan Assembly. I have spoken with some, because the traders and the drivers at the lorry station told me the sweepers who are staff under Zoomlion stopped, visiting the station for nearly 6 months now. And according to them, it's because the sweepers, the Zoomlion, workers are not sweeping. That is why the place is as filthy as you saw in that particular report. I have spoken with some of these Zoomlion workers who had contract under the YEA. And they told me for over a year now, they have not been paid. And the reason why they chose to lay down their tools, they chose not to go and then sweep anymore. Well, my checks with the Zoomlion also revealed that they have had, contract with government, and for nearly 2 years, government have not paid them. So they will also be able to pay their, YEA Zoomlion, workers. So the situation is interconnected. Zoomlion, the workers are blaming Zoomlion for not paying them. Zoomlion is also blaming government for not paying them as on time, and hence the reason why their staff are not, going about sweeping. And it doesn't look like this situation is going to be resolved anytime soon, because until the situation is solved at the top, this station or the market areas where Zoomlion workers are expected to sweep will continue to be filthy. And the traders and drivers who ply their trade within this particular area take up the responsibility on daily basis to sweep, as well as, send the, rubbish or trash to other, dumping sites to drop. And like you heard them say, they are exposed to several risks, cholera, cold and so many other diseases are almost all over. And that is their worry. And they can't continue trading within this field. So that is the problem. They even seem to be a much bigger challenge. From my checks at the Metropolitan Environmental Office, I'm told the final dumping site for the entire Techiman metropolis is currently full. And even if they evacuate refuse from the various dumping sites, where to dump them at the final disposal site is currently out of service. So as I speak to you now, for over a week, the trucks, the Zoomlion trucks that do evacuate these trucks to the dumping sites have left them unattended. In fact, it is after this particular report that I'm beginning to realize that the situation is even bigger than what we have seen in this particular report. So calls from citizens, residents, traders, drivers within Techiman to the Metropolitan Assembly is that steps have to be taken swiftly to ensure that this particular looming danger is addressed on time, to ensure that disease outbreaks, like we all know, cholera and what have you, wouldn't be within the metropolis. So I think that this is the situation from Techiman, and it doesn't look like it's going to be resolved anytime soon now, because connecting it with Zoomlion workers are not working. They are accusing government of owing them the reason why their staff are currently out of service. And so until that is done from the central government, it doesn't look like this situation is going to be addressed anytime soon.
Wow. I don't even know what to ask you again at this point, because I was hoping to hear, we've seen the video, we are going to, move. This is happening today, this is happening tomorrow. But it looks like they still stand their grounds. Anyway, thank you so much.
And to pass this through, we try to engage these Zoomlion workers, those who have not been paid for over a year. So we would tell their plight for authorities to take it up. Most of them are feeling reluctant. They're dragging their feet to speak on camera for one very reason. They said if they do, they're going to be targeted, they're going to be victimized, and if care is not taken, even their monies, their arrears will not be paid to them. And this is one very worrying thing I've spotted. I've spoken to like 6 different, workers who have laid down their tools, and all of them are saying no, they will not talk, because if they do, they are going to be targeted and they are not going to be taken care of, or they might even be booted out of the service entirely. So I am feeling very worried for them, because they have worked for over a year. They are saying a year and 6 months. They have not been paid that mega amount, and to even voice their grievances out is a problem for them. And so for me, I've decided to take this up and in my own small way speak for them and see how best from the central government, from Accra, from the metropolitan authorities, how we could come together to ensure that the arrears are paid them, and then they go back to sweep the city, the central business district, so the place wouldn't be as filthy as we are seeing in this particular report.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say again. I'll keep repeating that because... Thank you, Sabit. Thank you. All right, so that is our Bono correspondent, Sabit, who has given us an update of what is happening in the Techiman lorry station or Techiman markets. And I don't want to use the word sad, because it's gone beyond sadness. It's now annoying. I think that people are too comfortable with the fact that whether we work or we don't work, we are untouchable. Contracts cannot be cancelled. And this is a case whereby we are seeing the parliamentary committee chairperson on sanitation saying that it will be dare to cancel the contract with Zoomlion. Yet the workers are saying they haven't been paid, and so we are not going to work. And there's so much filth there. I hope that the committee chair has seen what is happening in Techiman and will not be passing these remarks. Because if you see what is happening, you will know that it ought not to be renewed. We need to get better people. Maybe you can renew the contract, but adjust it. Okay, so we are giving you Greater Accra. Probably the whole Ghana is too big for you to do. So concentrate on Greater Accra. We'll find somebody in Bono who we will help set up, maybe give some grants to help set up, because those people will be more vibrant. They just started the work, they want to impress, they don't want to lose the contracts. You give it to them. So every region should have a different company that will probably handle sanitation.
I think we've gotten to that point. Now you had a 10 region, now you've extended it to 16. It means that one thing you should be looking at is decentralization. And so most of the major things that you want to be doing, in Greater Accra and the other part of the region are taken care of by other people. So that you don't end up making it look like one person.
It looks like they're overburdened, but because they want the money, so it's about the money and it's not about the people.
Yeah, I don't think that we have to monopolize, sanitation.
issues. Yeah.
Really, I don't think that is something.
Why is one company handling it? I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense. Then again, you want to talk about, people not able to even come out to speak their mind about what is happening with this.
The victimization.
Exactly the point. We might just lose everything.
We have a Zoom at
Is that the way to go? That's another thing. But let's get on Zoom right now. Who do we have? Master Planner. Hello there. Charlie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Another Friday is here. We're good. We're grateful.
Juma Mubarak to you and to every Muslim. Awesome. Rosalie.
Hi, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How do you say Alhamdulillah? Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, fantastic. Let me say special good morning to the production team and also to Honorable Hajia Safia Mohammed, MPP National Women Organizer of Inshallah. I know because of her experience, the MPP delegates at the appropriate time will give her the mandate to continue the good work. And also Commander Prince of the Greater Accra Regional Organizer. And the Honorable Abanga Fusini Yakubu, MPP National Youth Organizer of straight up, let me go to the issue of the CJ, the Chief Justice. This country is governed by a constitution. And we know clearly we have 3 arms of government. 2 arms comes to power through the ballot box. The legislature, we vote for them through the ballot box so that we select their leaders. And then the executive, which the president is the head, also comes to office through the ballot box by voting. The question we should ask ourselves is that, why is it that the Chief Justice, who is the head of the judiciary, is not being voted through the ballot box, but rather we appoint the person? It's because of neutrality. That is the arm of government that balances what? All our constitutional powers. So I don't know why the NDC, headed by President Mahama, wants to make it a political office. They don't have MPP judges or NDC judges. So we are begging the NDC. If you quite remember, during the 2024 election campaign, President Mahama in Akosombo told us that the research will start from the judiciary. He also told us that when he met NDC legal team, that they should start preparing because President Nana-Addo has packed the Supreme Court. So when they come, they are also going to neutralize that, which is not even true. President Nana-Addo never packed the Supreme Court. Before President Nana-Addo assumed office in 2017, we had 14 Supreme Court judges. As he was leaving office, it was still 14 Supreme Court judges. The current judges we have, I think one was appointed by President Kufuor, that is Paul Bafuboni, in 2008. And then Justice Palmer was also appointed by President Mahama in 2015. The rest of the 10 Supreme Court judges were appointed by President Nana-Addo. But the rest of the 12 were appointed by President Nana-Addo. And it was because of the judges who went on retirement. All the 12 judges went on retirement during President Nana-Addo's era. So there's a need to appoint different people to replace them. So all the Supreme Court judges appointed President Nana-Addo did, the 12 appointments, were as a result of what? Replacement, because they went on retirement. So it was not a matter of packing the Supreme Court judges. Even one of the judges, I think Justice Tanko, he was a high court judge. It was President Mahama who promoted him to the appeals court in 2012. Nana-Addo promoted the same Justice Tanko to the Supreme Court. So are you going to tell me that Justice Tanko is an MPP member?
Okay, all right.
It's they are brought to the Supreme Court based on their experience, according to the Constitution.
Okay.
Before you get to the Supreme Court, let me land here. Before you get to the Supreme Court, you have to practice for at least 15 years. Tell me which of the judges at the Supreme Court has not practiced for 15 years. So they are all competent. They qualify. That is why we are appointed. Is it the case that President Mahama wants the Constitution to be interpreted as 2 successive terms?
Very well.
I think, please let me.
Master Planner, the others were also waiting. So, I mean, your point is well made. I think that you've spoken. Okay. You've spoken quite enough.
So, the main notion of what? Removing the Chief Justice. All the 3 petitions are frivolous. There's no substance in them. So, President Mahama, if you want to go for another term as president, just tell Ghanaians, I want to go. So, I want to bring the Chief Justice so that I can go for another 4 years. But you can't be deceiving us on these frivolous petitions that you want to remove the Chief Justice. Has she done wrong? Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Thank you for your contribution this morning, Master Planner. Anyway, you can also join us on Zoom and let us know what you think about the CJ's issue. The whole week has been about the CJ, the suspension of the CJ, and we're waiting what is going to happen next. So you can share your thought with us this morning here on the show. Rose?
Yeah, okay. You were going to say something? I was actually going to say Tafo MP wants CJ's removal process halted. And let's go on Zoom. I think we have somebody else also joining us via Zoom. And I think your phone is a Galaxy. You didn't add your name, so we can only use your phone to pick you. So Galaxy, good morning. Good morning, Galaxy.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Great. Talk to us.
My name is Sami.
Okay, Sami. Great. I even forgot to ask you. Pardon me. Yes, Sami. Talk to us, Sami.
Hope you are doing well.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. I'm concerned about CJ removal. As for me, this NDC has intention they will remove her. So I'm not surprised. During the election, Asidu Nketia told us that they don't have evidence. When they are going to court, they don't have evidence. But they went to court and lose. How can you go to court without evidence? It tells you that you don't have anything and you lose. So if you lose, it tells you you shouldn't blame any judge. Some of you also told us that they will move CJ when they come to power. So me, I'm not surprised. We shouldn't make this thing debate. It's in their intention. So they will move CJ by force. And believe me, they will come to electoral commission by promise. So they promise so many things. Look at how Galamsey is doing to our water bodies. Now they have stopped talking about it. Look at how Galamsey is doing to our water bodies. This is what we want them to do. They should stop harassing people. CJ Tokonu has nothing to do with this kind of atrocities. They should stop doing what they are doing now. They are serving bad presidents to this country. So are they telling us that if MPP also come to power, they should remove all the charges? I want them to tell us the truth, that what they mean. I believe strongly that they want to go to second term. That's why they are doing that. If not that, they should tell us the truth about what they are doing about this CJ. Because I don't see anything what they CJ have done that they want to remove here. Please, Ghana is not for only NDC. Ghana is for all of us. We voted for them to come and solve our problem. UNSA is harassing us. UNSA has taken all our jobs. So they should come and solve this and pay bills for them and stop harassing judges. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Anyway, so this one, okay, this is I think is a birthday message. All right, it says that, good morning, Kenya. Please wish my good brother a happy birthday. Mabo Michael is a workaholic NDC member in Tano South constituency. May the Almighty God continue to enlarge his coast. And that's from Mesa Majid, who is inside the team,
Mesa Majid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's your birthday today. Mabo Michael, NDC team member. You were one of the NDC team members in Tano South constituency. Okay.
Musa Mohammed, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And you?
We are doing well as well. Please sit up well so that we can see you. We can see you too well.
Yeah, I hope you can see me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning.
All right, talk to us, Musa Mohammed.
I want to chip in the Zoom Lion issue a little bit.
Please go ahead.
The problem we are having with our decentralization is that we seem to be practicing it, but in reality we are not. Because if you sign all the contracts at Accra, it will be difficult for the district assemblies to have the power to control whoever you have given the contract to, because it's not the assembly that gave whoever that won the contract, but it was done at Accra and asked the person to come and work at your district. So even if they are misbehaving, you cannot say much. And so for me, we need to look at this thing very well so that the district assemblies can be given the real power to determine who they want to give their cleaning services. When this is done, I believe that whoever that is giving the contract will be properly monitored to ensure that the right thing is done. But coming to the issue of the Chief Justice, unless those people against this process, they are saying that we do not have Article 146, Clause 6, and then 7 in our constitutions. But if they do agree that we have the provisions like this in our constitution, then certainly the noise that they are making is unfounded. The Chief Justice herself have declared that no matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. And so, truly speaking, the law is the law. And he has assured all Ghanaians that what he was going to give us is the law. So now we are following what the law says. A petition has been sent to the president, and Article 146 has been clear on the instructions that when such petitions come, what the president must do. And the president is doing exactly what the constitutional provisions have mandated him to do. So what is the cry about? So I hear them, some of them are even going to court saying that, oh, don't do this, don't do that. I think the NPP in their era have ceded the powers of the executive and the legislature to the Supreme Court or the judiciary. And so they want that to continue. And President Mahama is not going to allow that. Nobody can stop President Mahama from performing his mandated duties provided or assured him under the Constitution of Ghana. Because if we allow these kind of injunctions to continue, if President Mahama gives attention to these constitutional saboteurs, what they are going to do is that one day somebody will just get up and go to court and even say that President Mahama must not eat until certain matter is determined.
All right, thank you.
Some of these things, we should not allow them to even perceive. And I think that President Mahama has done what is right. We are giving them the law, and the law is the law. But why did they not raise complaints? Those people complaining now. Why did they not complain when the EC board?
Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Your point has been well made. Thank you so much. All right, we'll pick the next person. So who do we have? Hello, Musa Mohammed.
Yeah.
Oh, same Musa Mohammed.
Yeah, it looks like there is no time.
No.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. It's Musa Mohammed now.
Hello. Yes. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Madam Roslyn.
Yes. Is this Musa Mohammed? Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So I want to speak with Musa Mohammed.
Thank you very much, Madam.
Yeah, I'm there.
And you've given my name to somebody already, so.
All right, so.
My regards to KMG.
Okay, he's here. Please talk to us. Hello? Please go ahead and talk. We can hear you.
Please, I also just want to contribute small with regards to the issue of the CJ.
Please make your points.
There's a saying that yes, coming events cast shadows. You see, prior to the general election, we were told that the CJ will be removed. And more importantly, the court system in Ghana was backed by, excuse me to quote what President Mahama said, by NPP lawyers. And he encouraged the NDC lawyers to also do well so that when it comes, they too will be appointed in order to neutralize what is happening at the Supreme Court. So it is not surprising at all that this is happening. We are just hiding behind, let's say, due process to remove the CJ. It won't be surprising. She will be removed. This is just a suspension. And I'm certain that the removal will follow suit.
All right, thank you so much.
It will be surprising if she's not
removed. All right. Okay, so thank you so much, Musa. Thank you so much for making your point. All right, so we'll go on to the next person. Who do we have?
Hello. This is Christian from Sandema.
Hi, Christian. Talk to us.
Yeah. Good morning to you and my brother over there.
Good morning, boss.
Yes. About the removal of the Chief Justice, it was a campaign promise. So we are not surprised about that. The only worry is that our country is now practicing dysfunctional democracy. That is the only worry. Looking at it, look at what happened in Tamale Teaching Hospital. Health minister will just go and then fire CEO without stating any reason. These things have been happening all over the country. Mama himself have dismissed over 14 generals in the army, have dismissed the IGP. A lot of things is happening in this country. So I think the president and his people have to to fulfill their promises, what they have promised Ghanaians. The promise Ghanaians youth that if we come into power, we are going to create jobs. We are going to bring 24-hour economy to create jobs. One job for 3 people. This is what the youth of this country is looking for. So they should fulfill those promises and stop chasing Ghanaians.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Your point well made. Thank you. We are so grateful. All right, so we pick up next Zuma. Hello, good morning.